What's up, podcaster? It's Ben here from Podcast Bros with a podcast hosting comparison. And today we're comparing Spreaker to Captivate. So if you've been debating between these two hosts, this video will help you make the right decision for you and your show. And once you've made your decision, there are links to free trials for both services in the description box and pinned comment. So let's get right into it. So moving right into features, there are a few features that Spreaker has that make it a very unique and compelling choice. And that is really their focus on live podcasting, as well as making money and monetizing your podcast from the beginning. All of their paid plans give you access to their monetization features, which allows you to start making money the second you start your show. And if you have an existing catalog of episodes, if you move them over to Spreaker, you can even make money off of your previous episodes. They do this by providing dynamic ad insertion, which allows you to pick certain parts of your episodes where an ad will play. And they fill those spots automatically by using something called programmatic advertising. So what this means is that advertisers can pay Spreaker to advertise on podcasts to specific demographics. Spreaker will then put ads that make sense for you and your show into the spots that you've given them, and you earn a percentage of that revenue for letting them play. So they do most of the heavy lifting here and make it very easy to start making some money, and you pick how many ads there are and where they play in your episodes. So this saves you the time and hassle of having to go find advertisers and negotiate with them, and allows you to start making money right from the beginning. And you can even make episode off your previous episodes when people listen to them. Obviously, since you're earning only a percentage of the revenue, you're going to get less than you could have on your own, but you're saving yourself the time and hassle of having to go find those opportunities. All of their plans allow you to host multiple shows on one account, meaning you don't have to pay for another plan if you decide to host another show. All their plans provide an embeddable podcast player, and their paid plans allow you to customize your RSS feed. Their free plan, as well as their cheapest paid plan, just provide basic podcast stats. If you want more advanced analytics, you're gonna have to pay for the more expensive tiers. They also give you the option for a private or a limited access show, but only on their broadcaster or above plans. They also offer what they call Spreaker Studio, which is a podcast creation and audio editing software that you can download and really create and edit your entire episode on. And this can be downloaded for your phone, tablet, or desktop. Spreaker also has their own podcast player app, which is available on both Apple and Android devices. So those are Spreaker's core features, but to us, there are two that really stand out, and it's their focus on live podcasting as well as simple podcast monetization. So because of these and their additional features, we gave them a score of 9 out of 10. So now moving on to pricing. Spreaker does offer a free plan, but it will limit you in terms of what features you have access to, and there will be no monetization features on any of their free plans. With that being said, though, you can still host multiple shows on their free plan. Upgrading to their paid plans gives you access to these monetization features. It also gives you a customizable RSS feed and more storage time. And if you upgrade even further beyond their cheapest paid plan, you get advanced statistics as well. The limited access podcast or private podcasting option is limited to their more expensive plans. So if that's something you're looking for, you're going to have to go for the higher tier options. They also provide an enterprise solution for podcast networks and larger companies, but for the individual podcaster, their paid plans will run you $7 to $50 per month when paid monthly, and $6 to $45 if you pay for the year. Spreaker also scored very well in this category because even on their cheapest plan for $6 or $7, what you get is a lot of value for your money. So we gave them a score of 8 out of 10 when it comes to price, because their cheapest plan is a great option, and as you move up, you're getting more and more value. So now moving on to ease of use. As mentioned, Spreaker's core focuses are live podcasting and simple podcast monetization. From that element, making money off your show is very, very simple, and that plays into ease of use, as that is a lot of podcasters' core focus. Their live tools, their podcast app, and their audio editing software are all things that you're going to have to learn if you want to use Spreaker to its full extent, but they are very simple and user-friendly to use, even for beginners. So it will definitely take some time to learn about all of Spreaker's features and the options that they provide you, but they do make it fairly easy to use, even for beginners. Because of all of this, Spreaker scored an 8 out of 10 when it comes to ease of use. So overall, Spreaker scored a 25 out of a possible 30 points. It is a fantastic podcast hosting option, especially if you're looking for simple monetization and live podcasting. So let's start off with features. As I mentioned before, Captivate is a growth-oriented podcast hosting solution. So what that means is they want to give you every tool possible to help you grow your show. And right on the front page of their website, they have in big, bold letters, the world's only growth-oriented podcast host. So they want to make sure that you know that's what they're about. And the features that they give you to help grow your show are as follows. Firstly, they allow you to have unlimited shows on one plan, and that's regardless of which tier you decide to go with. With that being said, though, they do charge based on monthly downloads like a few other hosts out there. And their cheapest plan gives you 12,000 monthly downloads per month. And since you're allowed to have numerous shows on one plan, every show that is included and hosted on that plan will also count towards these monthly download numbers. So keep that in mind. All of their plans come with advanced analytics from the get-go, and they do come with an embeddable podcast player for your website as well. And a feature that's quite unique to Captivate is all of their plans allow you to have unlimited team members. So there's no limit to how many people can help you run and operate your shows. They also give you a ton of tools to help you market your show, and a few of those tools include a web player with calls to action built in, single subscription marketing link, email marketing integration, as well as one-click sponsor pitch creation. All of their plans also include transcription support, and another feature that is awesome about Captivate is all of their plans, even the cheapest one, gives you the option to host a private podcast. This is something that more and more people are looking to do every single day for different reasons, and on most other podcast hosting providers, you have to pay for their more expensive tiers to have the option at all. And all of Captivate's plan give you that option. It just varies based on how many people can have access to that private podcast, which depends on how much you pay. All of their plans also include a podcast host. So as you can see, Captivate gives you a ton of features, as well as some features that many hosts don't have at all. And for that reason, Captivate scored extremely well in this category with a 9 out of 10 when it comes to features. So moving on to price, as we mentioned before, if you use the link in the description box or the pinned comment, you'll get yourself a free 7-day trial to experiment with the service and see if you like it. But their plans do start slightly on the higher side compared to all the other hosting options out there. But again, they do offer some options that other hosts simply do not. And the fact that you can have unlimited shows on one plan as well as unlimited team managers is something that you should keep in mind. Their cheapest plan starts at $19 per month when you pay monthly, but you can get that down to $17 per month when you do pay yearly. But we think all the features that Captivate gives you warrants that higher entry-level price because you are getting a ton for what you pay for. Especially if you're running multiple shows, Captivate is an awesome option to consider, but you do have to keep in mind that monthly download number. As that goes up, you're gonna have to pay more. So for all those reasons, Captivate scored an 8 out of 10 when it comes to price because you do get a solid amount for what you're paying for. So now moving on to ease of use, Captivate also scored very well in this category. It is very simple, easy to use, and easy to get your show or shows up and running and live across all the different podcast hosting directories. With that being said though, because there are a ton of additional marketing features, to really maximize the use of all of them, it is gonna take a little more time to figure out how to best use them. So because of that, they get an 8 out of 10. They do give you a ton to use. It's fairly easy to use them, but it is gonna take some time and there's gonna be a bit of a learning curve to really maximize all the tools that Captivate gives you. Captivate also provides dedicated support for all of their plans. So they give you all the tools that you need to figure out how to best use all the tools that they give you, but it is gonna take a little bit of time. And because of all that, they get an 8 out of 10 for ease of use. So with that score, Captivate achieved a 25 out of a possible 30 points, speaking to the fact that Captivate is an awesome podcast hosting solution, especially if you're very growth focused, or if you're looking for a few of the features that they have that a lot of other hosts don't offer, or they only offer at their more expensive tiers. So as mentioned before, there are links to both Spreaker and Captivate in the description box and pinned comment. So whichever one you want to go with, there's a link down below for a free trial of the service. Full disclosure, those links are affiliate links. So if you do end up signing up for a paid plan, we will earn a small commission at no extra expense to you. And we appreciate the support in advance. So after watching this breakdown, I want to hear from you. Are you going to host your show with Spreaker or Captivate? Let us know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more podcast related videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy podcasting.